Hallihallo, ihr blutsaugenden Clownies da draußen. Wir sind jetzt in dem Bezirk, wo die Infizierten eigentlich sein müssen. Also, da suchen wir mal die Leute hier. Ja, guck mal, da vorne ist doch der erste Boy. Den wir gleich mal ansprechen.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection is everywhere these days. But if you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging to the Mullanies...
Yes? What about the Mullanies? What about their house?
Not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. And so many things have happened.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Okay.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Okay. Was haben wir denn hier? Wanderndes Flugblatt.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan, is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny, I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. At least you survived the Great War. I feared the worst.
Erstmal schnell looten.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Mir egal, alles gut. Ich loot mal fix noch weiter und dann quatschen wir mal. Lalalala. So.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
Tell me about Clarence's obsession with vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt. I was so relieved to have him back. But I quickly realized he'd lost his mind in France.
I understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no? Do vampires exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was, instead of inventing a fantasy about blood-drinking monsters.
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her? Seriously?
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
Have you noticed anything peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan, please accept my condolences for your sister.
Why is my return so surprising?
It's more an unexpected happy end than a surprise. You and Clarence, back from the war. You have no idea how hard it's been for me.
Thank you, Venus. It was so sudden, and I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
Goodbye for now.
Wir werden jetzt mal die Infektionsdinger gucken. Oh, die geht mir so auf den Sack. Loot. 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 Haben Vampire Verbündete unter den Lebenden? Ja, das haben sie. Sie nennen sich selbst Bruderschaft. Sie dienen den unsterblichen Herren auf Viertelweise und erhalten womöglich Privilegien und Wissen. Irgendwo in London ist der Sitz Macht und dort integriere ihr geheimer Rat gegen uns. Ich nenne diesen Ort die verlorene Bibliothek. Es ist ein Ort, an dem diese Freder zahllose geheime und lang vergessene Bücher sammeln. Ich persönlich biete 1000 Pfund für den ersten, der mir den Beweis der Existenz und den genauen Standort der Bibliothek liefern kann. Clarence Crossley. Wie komme ich denn jetzt hin?
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
Ja, wie soll ich da reinkommen? Hallo? Jetzt komm schon. Alter, aua, aua. Oh boy. Nicht sowas machen. Hör auf damit. Ist aber mal gut. Ich spinne. Ist halt jetzt einfach die Frage, wie komme ich denn da hin? Ah. Hehe. Loot. Loot, Loot, Loot. Loot. Hallo. Das gönne ich mir erstmal kurz. Dankeschön. Oh, die hat mich voll gekotzt. Oh, fuck. Ich will doch nicht voll kotzen hier. Genau, ist doch mehr. Erwischt. Tot. Also 3 Stück habe ich jetzt schon mal hier gemacht. Gott. Gott. Aua. Die Waffe ist so Schrott. Die Waffe ist so Schrott. Oh. Nein.
I can't believe I'm
Ich
doing
wollte
this.
keine Ratte essen. So. Dann gehen wir mal in die Hütte rein, ne? Ich glaube, ich muss erstmal hier unten anfangen. Vorragende Pumpgun. Probieren wir es mal.
Fucking pathetic pit.
Okay. Wow. Jetzt geht's los, ja? So. Ja, ja. Blöder Skull. Alter, jetzt ist aber mal echt gut. Aua. Alter. Ja, ist gut. Lol. Oh, ich sehe nix. Immer die mit ihrem Bullshit. Jetzt aber. Ist doch nicht wahr. Jesus, nervt die mich gerade schon.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Okay, haben wir auch. Ja. Gut, ne? Gereinigt. Gehe ich zum ersten Infektionsherd und sammle Informationen über den zweiten Infektionsherd. Der zweite habe ich gerade gereinigt. Jetzt muss ich zum ersten.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Gleich. Muss halt eigentlich wohl lang jetzt, ne? Gut, wir sehen uns einfach im nächsten Part. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen.